can an employer require that I wear a mask because of COVID-19? So can they require, I'll make the question a bit broader. Can an employer require the use of PPE in the workplace?
Yeah, that's a great question and one that we've been getting a lot as well. And again, it depends. Many municipalities in Ontario have passed bylaws requiring masks and the use of other protective equipment in enclosed public spaces. The Ontario Human Rights Commission's policy position is that any requirements related to health and safety and COVID-19, such as wearing a mask, using other protective equipment, or following a procedure to perform work safely, do not generally cause concern under the code. At the same time, employers should recognize that health and safety requirements, such as masks, may have a negative impact on individuals due to disability or another protected ground under the code. People with certain disabilities may have difficulty wearing a mask. For people with hearing disabilities who rely on lip reading or facial expressions to communicate, masks can act as a barrier. So we do want to make sure that employers understand the implications of mask wearing beyond just the safety issues. Now, the Ministry of Health advises that masks should not be placed on or used by anyone who has trouble breathing or anyone who is unable to remove it without assistance. So the question is, what should employers do? Employers should clearly state the reasons why a mask or other equipment or procedure is needed in the circumstances. So obviously, this is going to depend on the nature of the role, the nature of the workplace, and what the safety issues or risks are. Employers need to be mindful of their duty under the code to accommodate these types of individual needs related to legitimate COVID-19 requirements, unless it would amount to undue hardship based on cost or health and safety, for example. Now, it may be necessary to consider alternative ways a person with a disability might safely continue to work. So just because an employee is unable to wear a mask doesn't necessarily mean you dismiss their accommodation concerns out of hand. You should really consider what the options are and see if reasonable accommodation can be provided up to the point of undue hardship. People with disabilities might be expected to verify their code-related accommodation needs depending on the situation, and that could mean use of a medical note. And lastly, employers should be careful to only request and share medical information in a way that intrudes as little as possible on a person's privacy and does not go beyond what is necessary to accommodate the person's needs.